What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scare Soldier back with another Borderlands 3 video, and in today's video we are going to be reviewing another weapon from DLC number 4. Now of course we have the Halloween event coming this Thursday, so we're going to be taking a look at all that as well. But without further ado, we're going to be looking at this new COV rocket launcher. It's called the Major Kong. Now I'm going to also show you of course where to farm it, but looking at this gun real quick, the stats are pretty nice. You have almost 100,000 damage, and we also have another one that is over 100,000 damage. I'm going to show you that right now. So we picked up a couple during our farming process. So we have this one right here, has 100,000 damage, which is really nice. Decent accuracy, good handling. The repair time is quite slow, and the fire rate is also slow for this weapon. But again, here is the one we got. I mean, it looks pretty gnarly, to be honest, kind of different, looking like a COV beast. So we're gonna go ahead and try out the weapon. Now if you guys did want to try out the Major Kong, you're gonna have to come over to Valhalla if you want to farm it, and the enemy you're looking for is the Psycho Reaver, I believe. He's gonna be located right over here. Now the fight is a bit tedious, of course, and the drop rates are not the best right now anyways, but that's where you got to go get the gun. So we're gonna kill this guy right here for you, and I'll see you after we kill him. We have the last couple shots on the Psycho Reaver, and then we're gonna see if we get lucky enough to get a drop of the Major Kong. If not, it's all good. We're gonna be moving on to some gameplay. Now when I was farming the Psycho Reaver, I felt like every 5 to 6 kills I would get one Major Kong to drop. So the drop rates are not amazing by any means, especially that this enemy can be sometimes annoying to kill because he does have a lot of health, so it depends on your build. But I would recommend you guys use a back burner as much as possible, or an anarchy, to kill him really effectively. Now moving on, we're going to try this weapon on Moze, and we're going to try to get a one shot on Trant for our first test of the weapon. Now in order to get the most damage out of the gun, you have to hold it and charge it for as long as possible, and the longer you charge it, the more damage you're going to get. And right there you see we absolutely obliterated Trant, so the damage of this gun is extremely high, which is a very good sign, especially that this gun has a huge base damage of around 100,000. I've even seen some that have 120 something odd thousand base damage, which is very special. Now we're going to be mobbing with this weapon as well to see obviously the capabilities. You saw against a boss, it can absolutely wreck, so of course it's going to do a ton of damage versus normal enemies. Now the Major Kong that we are using has shock element, and the gun itself can come in any single element in the game. Now we also have bonus anointment, giving us bonus cryo damage of 100% on our next 2 mags, so that's going to be really nice for this gameplay over here. But ideally you probably want 300% for a rocket launcher like this, because you want to get the best possible chance to one-shot things more in the game. Now one of the specialties of this legendary weapon is that on direct impact it will spawn multiple missiles that home into enemies. You're going to see right here in this clip, guys, that this rocket, I completely missed him, but it's going to come back and home onto the enemy and absolutely destroy him and do 9 million damage. So this gun, obviously damage wise, it's not lacking. It's probably top tier when it comes to base damage, which is really cool. But there is a downfall to the weapon. So going off on this first downfall is the accuracy. Now of course sometimes you're going to get that homing effect, but other times you won't, because what's going to happen is the missile that launches out of this weapon will get stuck inside a wall, and then it will explode. If there's no enemy nearby, the rocket is completely useless, which is kind of sad. If you're going against enemies who are very agile, like Guardians, they can dodge those slow projectiles that come out of this weapon. So all that charge time you saved up was pretty much wasted, which is really a big downside. Now going against big targets, it's really nice with this gun, because they're obviously easier to hit, and they don't typically move that fast when you go against bigger enemies. So this gun is perfect for that situation. Like you saw, we just one-shot the Kraken. So pretty much all in all, this gun from a damage perspective is amazing. It has a ton of damage. If you guys do not mind sitting there and charging the gun for a couple seconds, then you are going to be getting a solid reward out of it. Now we're going to be also testing this weapon on Wotan, but I want you guys to keep in mind the fact that we're using shock, which is horrible against armor, and we're also using cryo. And for those who do not know, Wotan is resistant against cryo damage, so it doesn't really affect him as much as it would another enemy. That's just how it is. So we're going to be at a disadvantage, but I really have a lot of confidence in how much damage this gun can do. Now, I would recommend this weapon on pretty much any Vault Hunter if you want to have fun with it. It does enough damage to where you can get away with using it on any Vault Hunter. I just like using splash damage weapons on Moze because she can capitalize on them, and I always like to optimize the weapons for the best Vault Hunter that they would suit. Now, would I recommend this gun for you guys to farm is the next question, because that's why you guys came here, to see how good this rocket launcher was and to see if you want to use it. So I'm going to answer your questions right now. So with the DLC number 4 boss having a lot of health, not everybody in the game has a crazy build and has a ton of god roll gear, so the farm can be a little tedious. Now, the drop rates of DLC 4 are quite garbage, so it will take you quite a few kills if you're not lucky enough to get this weapon. As I said, maybe 5 to 6 kills, you may get one to drop, and it may not drop you the perfect anointment. So with that being said, is the gun so good to where it's a must-have and you must have the rocket launcher in your hands, or you're missing out? Not really. Of course, there's so many options in Borderlands with the amount of weapons in the game. You know, you have things like backburners, plague bearers, you have Mongols, you have so many options in Borderlands that it's not necessary that you need to spend all your time farming this gun. It's going to make a huge difference. But if you did want to switch up and have some versatility, versatility in your builds and switch it up, you're kind of getting tired of the metas and you want to use different weapons, I definitely recommend you do farm the gun, because it is good. It does a ton of base damage. It's just, again, you have to be wary of the playstyle. You're going to be sitting there a lot versus enemies, charging up the weapon, and then finally shooting. So it may not be ideal for everybody, but again, you can get by, especially because this thing shoots homing missiles as well. So if you shoot a target, the homing missiles will kill those mobs for you. So again, it can be really good at the same time. And one tip as well, you can actually shoot this gun directly on the ground and pretty much shoot it anywhere, and you will get all those homing targets right away. So those homing missiles will come out of that will spawn out of that missile that you initially shoot out. So that's just one thing to take note. But I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I hope this video helped you guys out. I'll catch you in the next one. It's your boy Scared Soldier signing out. Peace.